I'm back with Ankur as we review the round of 32 from the Spingold. Welcome, Ankur.
Hi.
All right, so we're into the second half. What was the score at halftime?
We were down 22. I think it was 68 to 90.
And this is board seven. The first six have been nothing remarkable. So you hear me open a spade, and you have this 4 3 3 7 count.
The two options that came to mind were either two or three spades. We were playing one spade, three spades as a mixed raise.
I think of mixed as 8 to 10. Like a
Okay.
good seven, right? Because a lot of tens aren't worth inviting. It's on
Yeah.
the borderline. But I agree with you. You bid two spades, and you heard me bid three no trump.
Yes. And this is when the real decision of the hand came. I remember thinking at the time, the obvious bid here is four spades. I almost just put four spades on the table and passed the tray back. Then I started to think about it and really started to think about where are the tricks coming from. Like usually when you're in a 9 card fit, the two reasons why you want to be in your major with a 9 card fit is either you can rough more things, which I have no roughing value, I have no shortness, or you can reverse the dummy. There are two issues with that. One is my trumps are so bad, I can't draw trumps with my hand. And the second issue is you bid three no trump, which implies that you also don't have a shortness in your hand, and your values are probably outside of the spade suit for the most part.
What did you think three no was? We hadn't really discussed this.
Yeah, I was very confident that three no was an offer to place.
So it's almost always going to be like the 5 3 3 2 18-point hand, right? That was going to rebid two no trump.
Right, and maybe like ace empty fifth of spades, or even queen empty fifth of spades, and most of the values outside. The more I thought about it, the more I became convinced that actually passing was the right decision. I was so unsure about this call, and it would have been so easy to just bid four spades because it was the quote unquote normal. Like, no one's gonna blame me and be like, oh, Ankur, like, you idiot, like, why did you bid four spades?
In your 9 card spade fifth.
I decided to go with the analysis that I had made and my bridge judgment, and I passed.
It turned out well. I didn't have a great hand. I had upgraded a 17 count, and I wasn't sure about two no trump. We hadn't discussed two no trump, and I didn't want to accidentally see it passed. I didn't think that would happen, but that should probably show this sort of hand. But anyway, we were red. I took the shot. Off the top, we have five spades and two aces, and we need a little bit good to happen, right? I'm pretty sure they let a diamond.
They let a diamond. Yeah.
And so, I get my king, I ran all the spades and, ended up just taking a heart finesse for 9 tricks. And we thought this was just a baller result.
Four spades just doesn't make.
It has no play. Even with the heart on side, you have a heart loser, and you have 3 diamond losers that you can't really park anywhere. So we were win 13 for sure, right? We were feeling good about it. And then our opponents with our cards had a relay auction and had a mistake. The North hand misdescribed their hand, and they played in three no trump as well. They thought they had a 5-2 spade fifth. They might have gotten it right if they had known that dummy was 4 3 3. I don't know exactly what happened, but I know that they also played three no trump, and it was a push, which was certainly a disappointment. Do you think you would have made the same decision or a different decision at match points?
I'm not sure. It's a harder decision at match points.
It's actually a much harder decision at match points. This is something Kit Woolsey has written about. For a lot of people, it's counterintuitive because we're 10 extra points at match points and whatever. At match points, yes, no trump is better if you are taking exactly the same number of tricks. But an awful lot of the time, you are going to take an extra trick in the suit contract. At imps, no trump is really important when you are taking the same number of tricks, and that number of tricks is 9. If you're taking 8 in both, doesn't matter. If you're taking 10 in both, it doesn't matter. If you're taking 10 in hearts and 9 in no trump, it doesn't really matter. I think it is a lot closer at match points because I might be getting 600 into other people's 620. If we can take 10 tricks. I mean, 4 3 3, you're like, where is an extra trick coming from, right? If I'm 5 3 3 2, we have no roughs in your hand. The only reason that the trump suit could be useful is as a stopper. So I think pass is right either way. And I ran a quick simulation for you.
Ah,
So I took your hand and I put it opposite a 5 3 3 2 17 to 19 point hand. And in spades, it took 9 tricks 96% of the time and 10 tricks 52% of the time. And in no trump, it took 9 tricks 67%. I ran 200 results here. And there's only a handful where it was 10 tricks in spades and 8 in no trump. And there were quite a number where it was 9 in both. Just a 200, board simulation. But I mean, I think that does confirm what we both kind of came around to. 4 3 3, this hand just isn't providing an extra trick, even with 9 trumps, unless there's a suit where I don't have a stopper. And, I should have stuff in all of the other suits to bid 3 no trump. Even if I only have one stopper, like that 10 of diamonds, the 9 of hearts, the 10 of clubs, right? Like these could be the cards that let 3 no trump make. So I think this was a spot on decision. And you're right that you're not going to face a lot of criticism for choosing to play in your 9-card major suit fifth. But you can't play bridge scared of the postmortem. You got to use your judgment, back your judgment, and say, if this is wrong, it's wrong. But I feel in my gut that this is right. That was your best decision of the day, I think.
I remember after the board, I leaned under the screen and apologized because I still, even after you made 3 no trump, I still was like, I don't think I made the right decision. I'm not sure. And you were like, no, that was amazing. Like you made the correct call. And that was very reassuring to me to be like, okay, like awesome. Because again, like, the result was good, but that doesn't necessarily mean I made the right decision.
Usually when the dummy comes down, I don't pay a lot of attention to partners bidding. I'm just thinking about the contract. But in this auction where I know we were deciding between these two contracts, I am analyzing like, how does this compare to 4 spades? Because they might be there at the other table and that might affect my play. And, this dummy came down and I had no tricks anywhere. And I was like, that was a good decision, Auker. Because I can see on the diamond lead, I have 8 tricks. And now, I just need to find one more. And, it's at worst on a heart finesse, right? I ran all the things and maybe there's a squeeze. And, by the end, I just came down to a heart finesse. So really good decision and just a good example of backing your judgment, even if you might look silly.